Channel, and this is the complete timeline for the meme. So if you're new here, then honestly this is a pretty good video to start. Maybe not the best video to start with, but you know, it's alright. Meme show is one of the greatest things. No, it's not. Meme show is basically the thing that I collected. It's like a thing that was versus me reviewing memes. Totally not copy of PewDiePie, but then turned into a really complicated storyline with a lot of characters and characters from the anime called Fairytale, a show called Gravity Falls, a lot of characters from a lot of different shows, and universes, dimension, all of that. And yeah, look, it's kind of crazy. So this is gonna be a long journey. Get your seats ready. Get your popcorn ready, sit back, relax, and get ready for the meme show timeline. Alright? I would highly recommend at least, try to understand what meme show is before you watch this video. At least, you know what I mean? Maybe watch it. Maybe watch the latest episode or something. Actually, maybe not. You'll actually understand nothing. Alright, you know what? This is the beginning for the meme show. Alright, the full meme show timeline. This will not be going from beginning to end. It will just going from beginning to end. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get started on the meme show timeline. Get your popcorn, get everything. Oh my god, this is gonna take years to do. This video's gonna be like 30 minutes, I swear. Alright, so let us get started with this. Alright, first of all, by the way, I'm gonna refer myself to third person because it's a storyline. Alright, Yaya was just doing meme shows, right? Or not meme shows, right? Just doing meme shows and basically reviewing memes. After about 12 episodes. Oh yeah, by the way, season 1 kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. After about 12 episodes, everything crumpled out and he went randomly in a spaceship. Like what? And you're stuck in space, alright? Now that's a big deal, but yeah. He also did the memes of planet sometimes, or something like that. But he was stuck there with nothing. And basically had to, he was in space and he wanted to get back to Earth. Every time he collapsed into Earth or something. And that's basically what was happening. And he's still reviewing the meme show, which is the movie memes. Then he started to get some hints. That he was not shit, right? He was afraid or whatever. And yeah, he began for the finale. He was actually not to and clashed back to Earth. And yeah, that's kind of it. I know it's kind of crazy how he's not to. It's like an anime thing, but just remember it like an anime. But Fairytale, which is a character of not to. He has fire abilities and stuff like that. And he's it. So, if you watch Fairytale, this might not be the best video for you, but, you know, still. Anyways, he turned into an anime character, right? It was an anime character, but he didn't know that. But, yes, that happened. Then he finally came back to Earth, and to go, and yeah. Now, that's the end of season 1. I know it's a bit stupid, but look, just remember Fairytale, alright? We're on the Fairytale, basically after the 1 year time skip kind of thing, right? Anyways, season 2. Alright, season 2 of the meme show. So, starting off, Fairytale, alright? Everything's Fairytale. Don't count logic. Who cares about logic? Who cares about tell you a lot. Yeah, everything's about to sound make a Fairy Tail and a sir. Alright, now that you've probably watched the 100th episode of Fairy Tail, CC don't need to, you just need a basic synopsis really. Anyway, so remember Natsu Dragneel? Yaya from last time. Natsu Dragneel this time. Right? Remember him? Yeah. Okay, good. So let's get started. So Natsu continues the meme shows, and this is the first time he's got into this, One Punch Man, Deku, all the good stuff. He fights them. Really, this is not part of the storyline that much at all. Who cares? Yes, Natsu hits him. So then Natsu fight. I think it's something, and this is the first time we see Acnologia, a dragon / human, a blue / dragon human person. Alright, fight Natsu's dad that we get introduced to, Igneo, and yes. Now, if you're thinking this is very confusing, makes no sense, then you're right. Just think about it. Acnologia is this dragon who's the villain, and yeah. And by the way, anyone who's actually watched Fairy Tail, this is not fan fiction or something. It's kind of like a twisted version of reality, if you think about it. Not really. It's weird. Alright, it's weird. It's like twisted some elements, put some elements in, like Igneo dying from Magnolia, and yeah. Then he cries, leaves for 1 year, and comes back. But it's obviously a bit more different because Meme Show gets started. This time Lucy and Natsu are dueling Meme Show. Basically, they're both doing it. Oh yeah, Lucy Ophelia. Basically go, Natsu, part of Fairy Tail Guild, which is like a magical thing, and they use magic, and yes. So, that is it. Alright? Anyways, yes, so, then the 1 year time skip, which is, well, the first time skip, 1 year time skip happens, Natsu comes back from the epic battle where Igneo died, and, yeah, sorry, Meme Show. Then, Natsu fights Gazio because he's under control for Acnologia, then he fights Gray because of B&D, Acnologia captures Lucy, reveals that, also, Acnologia, the dragon, alright, the blue dragon, I'm playing pictures of him. He captured Lucy, and he was the one who put Natsu Dragneel on his spaceship. Natsu gets really angry of this, and then he fights Clay, wins. Well, not avenge, or something, but yeah. So see how this is like a lot of parts of Fairy Tail, but like molded in different backstories, if you know what I mean. But after that, they have a anyways, after that they have so time skip. Then Acnologia so that's what I mean. Then Acnologia let's go. What? Yeah, Acnologia let's go. And Acnologia captures Lucy, Natsu gets super angry, and with the Dragon Slayer starts about to start the fight of Acnologia. Now, before I go into that, I'm gonna go here, alright? Remember the fight with Acnologia, alright? Remember that. Remember Acnologia. I know that Natsu for Acnologia, right? But this is another dimension. Okay, so in the secondary dimension, as there is a bunch of dimensions in this one, right? In the secondary dimension, we have Mr. Tom, which is like a teddy bear kind of thing, a bear basically, but you can talk from another dimension. And basically, this guy, Mr. X, which is not kind of my name, but yeah, because it's me. But yeah, there are two brothers who are sick of being in the second dimension, sick of making their minds right. Because as you see, Natsu is in the first dimension, and this is completely another dimension. Secondary dimension is very, secondary. It gets secondary stuff. They could get absolutely destroyed. So the two brothers became the Dimension Destroyers and wreak havoc and destroy dimensions. Because their plan Because they want peace, alright? They want peace, and the plan is to destroy every single dimension. Every single one. And then with all that power, create a new dimension. How they're going to do it? They're going to slip in as the main characters of the dimension, and then use all the power and destroy it. Now, obviously, this is easier for lastly dimension, for, the 100th dimension. But it gets harder over time as there's more things that cause, something to collapse in the timeline and everything to be over. And yeah, now they have finally made their way to the first dimension, the last dimension that they need to destroy. Because this second dimension got destroyed already. And then they can finally make a dimension when only one dimension where everyone is happy. Now you see how this is long. But here's what happens. Mr. Tom, one of the dimension destroyers, realizes what he's doing is wrong and not peace. Obviously. And Mr. Tom realizes this is not the way and, says we shouldn't do this. Then the dimension destroyer, Mr. X, says, no, boy, I'm going to be. He says, you betrayed me, I'm going to be you. And they have the fight of their lifetime. Mr. Tom gets sent all the way to the moon, having saved recordings, barely starving to death, almost. Then Mr. X comes into the first dimension on his own as the Dimension Destroyer. And there's actually 5 people who have survived this. The 5 fighters, to all the way. First dimension slips, and then goes into the first dimension. And this is 1 year before Nacho versus Acnologia. Alright? Now, Nacho versus Acnologia. We've got Dragon Slayers versus Acnologia. Basically it's the finale of Fairy Tail. But in obviously different context. Nacho fights Acnologia for the final battle. And this time, this is different from Fairy Tail. Nacho dies! He dies fighting Acnologia. And he does win though. Then Lucy becomes the next host of Meme Show. Yeah, the next host of Reviewing Memes. The job that they do, basically. And Lucy is there. Lucy's crying. Happy is also there, by the way. And, having a good time. But not having a good time. He's crying and swears he will take care of Lucy. Then, remember Mr. X? Remember him? Yep. This is where he comes in the story. See, that's why that weird thing where just switch to another storyline in another dimension matters. He pretends he is good and not to, because he is not to, but from the second dimension. Pretending good, and he will help Lucy because he's a not to and he realizes what to do. And help Lucy host the meme show. And that basically tricks Lucy just so he can destroy this dimension. And that is the end of season 2. I know, insane. So basically the main character of the meme show, Natsu, dies. So dies. He dies. Natsu, aka Yaya, basically, in the first season, dies. I think I know, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my. Then, that is the end of season 2, and now we're on to season 3 where Lucy's the host of Meme Show. With Mr. X recording for now, at the host of Meme Show. Holy boy, that was big. And, now we're entering what I call probably the best season with the best storyline. So, oh my goodness, I need to get a break. I'm gonna have to do all this. Okay, season 3, the tale of the 2 brothers. Also, there isn't a time skip after this. Well, there is kind of. 2 weeks later, Lucy hosts Meme Show again. Starts it off. And, yeah. Oh my god. I'm actually dead, guys. My voice is about to die. I'm not gonna lie. I should have got a cupcake or something for this. I'm not gonna lie.